Hi, I'm Kathy Bates with Practical Solutions, and thanks for joining us today. Today, we're going to talk about developing a plan to get organized in 2022. So, if you would, go ahead and grab a sheet of paper and a pen because we're going to actually develop a plan to do this. So, first of all, we want to start by talking about getting organized. So many times that's our New Year's resolution, but then we all of a sudden, by about this time in the year, have already given up because it's too difficult. So I think today we'll be able to develop a plan that'll help you become successful and be able to do this without failing this year. And of course, we at Practical Solutions are always here to help you and make sure that you are successful. So start out with your piece of paper and let's write the word benefits. And we're going to list some of the benefits to being organized. And these are personal for you. So begin to think about the reasons why you want to get organized. Many times it's for more time. I know that according to the study by Real Simple Magazine, American women spend 55.2 minutes a day looking for lost or misplaced items. That's 14 days a year that you could have back if you were organized. So maybe it's time. I know when I started my business, it was out of a desire to help young families who I saw running to and fro, disorganized, frustrated, stressed, unable to do the things they wanted to as a family. And I knew myself, as organized as I was, it was still so difficult to be a good parent and to have good family time. So being organized is very important there. And when you have control over your time, you have more sanity and peace. So that may be your goal. Maybe it's financially. You want to be more independent. And so many things take away from what cost us money. Maybe it's purchasing things you already own but you can't find, paying late fees, having a storage unit, maybe not preparing meals, so going out to eat at the last minute. So those are some of the things that can really drain your wallet. One example was a client that I had, and after his mother passed away, they sold her house, put everything in storage. It sat there for 7 years, and then he called us. And he calculated he had paid almost $30,000 for storage over 7 years. And when we opened it up and went through it, there was barely anything he kept because really and truly that stuff was not worth anything, but he didn't know what else to do with it. So going through your storage could save you a lot of money long term. Don't look at what you've already wasted, look at what you'll save in the future. Again, eating at home. So many times we eat out because we're running late, we haven't gone to the grocery store, we haven't prepared a meal, and eating out is so much more expensive than eating at home. Plus, it's healthier to eat at home, which will be our next thing we talk about. Health. So maybe that's your goal for being organized so that you can cook at home and eat healthier. Maybe you are experiencing anxiety and stress and depression. Those are all, a lot of times, come from being disorganized. And I see this downward spiral in my clients. The more disorganized they are, the more they get depressed and anxious. The more anxious and depressed they get, the more disorganized they get. And they have to break that spiral. And once they do, they get a new life. It is like a new person. I've seen it so many times. That person that is maybe stuck at home, depressed, unable to function in life, able to get out there and accomplish their goals. So whether it be mental health or physical health, organizing can help there. Maybe it's that you want to concentrate more on your career. Being organized at work is very, very important. There are so many clients that we have taken. The boss knew that they were they were able to do the job. They just were physically so disorganized that it was bogging them down. So we were able to get their spaces organized and they were able to be successful. But also, as important as your office is, your home is. because your home being organized allows you to show up to work rested and ready to tackle the day. So those are some reasons for being organized. You guys can list other ones you come up with in the comments. I would love to hear what you come up with, but write all of those down. These are kind of those carrots we dangle out in front of us when we start to get discouraged, when we say, hey, I just don't think we're ever going to be organized. We're going to put that, New Year's resolution aside. So do go back to this list when you feel discouraged and say, no, I really want to accomplish this year. This is a goal of mine. So next we're going to list things that you feel like need to be done. So think about your home or your office or whatever space that needs to be organized, and start listing things. First, spaces. So it may be your office needs to be organized, but leave space between your items. It may be your office, your bedroom, your kitchen, your garage, a bunch of different areas. Leave space between there, because below each of those spaces, I want you to list a couple of steps that you feel like need to be done to get those spaces organized. So for instance, your office, you may need to start with cleaning out your files and getting rid of all the old so you have room for some of the papers that are sitting around. Maybe you need to tackle that closet and get rid of all the junk that's in the closet so you can use that for storage. Maybe you need to organize your desk. List all of those things below office, and the same for each room that you do. These don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be complete, but they can be kind of a general idea of what you feel like needs to be done. Leave space to the right, because to the right we're going to put who's going to do the work. So this could be different for each step in that process. Maybe you're going to go through the paper in your office, but when it comes to the closet, you want some help. This could be you. This could be you working with a spouse, a friend, maybe your entire family when it comes to things like the garage. And maybe it's an organizer. Maybe you're not going to tackle anything without the help of an organizer, like many of our clients have found. It's just easier. But there may be things you want to accomplish, maybe things that you want help with. Put down beside each of those things who is going to do the work. One thing I want you to keep in mind is, so many times we feel like we have to do everything. It's like cleaning for the cleaning lady, organizing before the organizer comes. The reason we're getting help is because we haven't been able to do it ourselves. So maybe give yourself, be realistic about who can do the work and if you need some help, but also give yourself some time. So say, I am going to work on my office between now and the end of the month. If February 1st, I have not gotten anywhere, I am going to get some help. And maybe there are things that certain parts of it you're going to tackle, and certain parts you feel a little overwhelmed and you're going to get some help. So put that out to the right. Next and last, we are going to say, list how we are going to find time to organize, because obviously we're busy. Our house is disorganized, which probably makes us have less time for organizing as well as everything else in our lives. So let's talk about what kind of sacrifices we're going to make to carve out time to get organized. This may mean having to take some time off work and use your vacation time to invest in a home that's peaceful. So a vacation, going away from it all, and you come back, you still have a mess at your house. But taking that one vacation so that you can get your house under control will allow you to enjoy life on a daily basis and those future vacations, and maybe even save for some of those vacations because of the money you're saving. But one fun thing to do is to set a timer. So let's say you have 30 minutes and you say, I am going to organize for 30 minutes every night after dinner. Set that timer and just go for 30 minutes. Maybe you're going to grab some of those papers from the office and you're going to sit while you're watching your favorite TV show and go through them, getting rid of everything you need to get rid of, keeping the things that need to be organized. Maybe you want to go through old photos in the same way. Make it a little more enjoyable, but give yourself some, goals for making time to do that. So that is kind of our plan. We offer a free phone consultation where we can discuss all of your goals and help you develop that plan and help talk about who's doing what. We'll be glad to do this with you over the phone. If you want to schedule that, just call our office at 909-307-4862. And I will post the link to all of our videos. So if you're tackling a specific room in your home, you can go to those videos and maybe get a little bit of help and advice on that specific room. We pretty much got everything covered out there, but if there are things you want to hear about, definitely let us know. I would love for y'all to put in the comments below areas that you want to see on our Facebook Lives, because we do want to hit some of the areas that you want to hear about. One that's been brought to my attention is recipes, organizing your recipes. So we'll be tackling that this year. We'll be talking about staging your home. So many people are getting ready to put their house on the market because it's such a great time to sell. We'll be talking about what needs to be done with staging a house. So put things in the comments below that you would like to hear about. And of course, we love it when you like and share this video with others. And we hope you'll join us next month. And we'll be announcing that through our newsletter and on Facebook. So feel free to join us there, and we'll hope you see us next time in February. Have a great day.